Hey, we're playing Brotato. Live on YouTube. Doing good stuff. Got old done last time. We really should, really should try to do this, okay? Reaching 50% speed so we can unlock the final character. However, I am just going to random until I get a character we haven't finished, such as the Gladiator. The Gladiator. 15 attack speed for every unique weapon you have. More melee damage, you can't equip ranged weapons. Okay. So here's what I'm immediately thinking. Unfortunate we can't start with, well, you can't start with a sword because it's level 2 or nothing. Same with maybe Butcher Cleaver. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know, man. I don't really want to go. I don't want to go ethereal. I've been going ethereal like crazy recently. So maybe we could do something weird. Go Cacti Club today. We want to go some Cacti Club? Yo, Arnex, thank you very much for the 5 Jaloti. Much appreciated. Go Torch? Dude, Torch is so freaking bad, though. Torch is so freaking bad. Cacti is fun. We still have not made a good cacti build, so okay, I'll try. What the hell, dude? The thing looks so big now. It looks so big. Let's do a janky cacti club build. Now, to be fair, we need unique weapons, right? So we're not going to be going full cacti club by any stretch of the imagination. So this is all, it's fine, right? It's fine. Explosion damage, come on. What are you doing? Give me a little harvesting. This dude's got some ass tier luck. So yeah, dude, absolutely. Gentle Alien, I think, is absolutely fine to take too. Take a little Butcher Cleaver. Kind of wish this guy could have started with the Butcher Cleaver. I would have absolutely cranked it. But unfortunately, he didn't. So we go a little crazy cacti clubby. Now I gotta remind myself, this guy gets more damage with more unique weapons, or he gets more attack speed with more unique weapons. I gotta relook at it. Okay, I gotta relook at it. Sure, 5 harvesting. This is a horrible idea. I get more attack speed for every unique weapon. Okay, good. Give me Gentle Alien. Sure, give me a little melee damage. I don't need a stick. Keep me going. Okay, keep me going. This character has seen some stuff. His eyes are some nightmare fuel scenario for sure. But I'm with it. I'm with it. It's a little bit. I mean, look, it's a pretty standard character, right? There's nothing too insane going on with him, but he's a good character. I mean, we'll still create a good run today. I'm not concerned. I might die, but if I died, that would be more disappointing. Sure, 10 attack speed, 2 melee damage, a lightning shiv. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. We'll take a cute monkey. Screwdriver. We'll take another cute monkey. We'll take another cute monkey. Make him kind of cute. Minecraft live in about 20 minutes. It's true. I am excited to see what comes of Minecraft live today. We all know the Sniffer has already basically won. If the Sniffer doesn't win, then it'll be like one of the biggest surprises of all time, because pretty much like every major YouTuber is voting for the Sniffer, and then that dictates what happens, which is unfortunate in my opinion. But you know, YouTubers are not going to stay quiet, right? It's kind of like it's a prisoner's dilemma, right? If all of the YouTubers stay quiet, then everything is nice, right? But if all of the YouTubers agree to stay quiet, then one YouTuber can end up completely swaying the vote in the direction that he wants, right? By breaking that pact. So, do you trust every single YouTuber to not say a word about the mob vote? Or do you just all, you know, say whatever the hell you want anyway and sway the vote in the direction that it goes? It's a difficult scenario, for sure. And the thing is, I don't mean to be rude when I say this, but there's quite a few Minecraft YouTubers that would be the ones to break that pact, right? I'm not saying that like most of the Dream SMP guys would be the ones to do it, but I'm also not saying it. The Rascal is not the best choice, though. No, you're correct. Incorrect. Okay, give me... These are ass, man. They're all bad. This dude's got 27 max HP. That's a lot of max HP. Negative 30 luck is obviously abysmal. So sure, I'll try to crank it up a little bit. People get mad when I do that, by the way. When I take a bunch of stats for a stat that starts negative, they're like, "Don't you understand that it's supposed to be negative?" And I'm like, that's not at all what that means. It just means you're starting with a little bit of a downside. It takes a little bit to get it cranked up, but you can still make it work for sure. You know, it's like the ghost character. Tyler, you're not supposed to have max HP. You're supposed to just not get hit. Okay, well, what if I made it where I could still get hit? And that's how we won the ghost so damn easily. Anywho, we have fun here. I'm sure that this chat will update me about what's going on during Minecraft Live. Or you'll just all leave to watch Minecraft Live. One of the two. I don't know. Hopefully you stick around for the stream today. Minecraft Live, it can't be that long either, right? Probably only like 5 minutes, right? Probably about 5 minutes total. I can't imagine it's much longer. Give me 6 melee damage. Pretty good. Give me some... Honestly, dude, I love getting harvesting going early. It's very, very good. I'm taking. Honestly, I'm taking. I'll re-roll. Do I like it? Am I a fan? Oh, we just have like random garbage in our inventory. I'll take another chopper. Why not? I take another chopper. That seems fine. That seems fine. I'm definitely leaving for Minecraft. You can ban me for my sins if you want. I'm not gonna ban you because you leave my stream to go watch something you enjoy. I got news for you. If you were streaming right now, I'd definitely leave you to watch Minecraft Live. So, it's all good. It's all good. Don't feel too bad. Hey, I promised you I had more security anecdotes from the conference that I went to over the past couple of days. So this is a fun one for you. I'll answer this question though. What is the art behind me? The art behind me is it's a skyline view of downtown Cleveland. And it's the stadium where the former Indians, now Guardians, play baseball, called Progressive Field, sponsored by local company Progressive. And it's the only thing you can't really see, but it's the only thing that's lit up is the Indians logo. At the time, it was Indians. So it's a little outdated now, but it's a cool painting, and I like it. I have some other Cleveland themed stuff in this room. You'll never guess where I'm from, right? But I've got a couple weird ones. They're just in places you can't see. I keep looking over here because I have one on the wall over there. And no, I'm not going to show you it. Give me. It's just bad. It's just bad, to be honest. Give me some attack speed. Oh, what the frick? Oh, we hit level 10. That's why. 9 max HP is good. 6 melee damage will go further for me. More trees, more melee. I reroll. More cacti club, more rock, more defective steroids. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Anyway, security talks. So here was an interesting one that people gave, where the city that they live in, which was like Petroshka, Illinois, or something like that. Somebody's gonna be like, oh, Petrolia, or whatever the hell city this is. I have no idea. I have no idea what city it actually is. It started with PET though. I'm sure you could find it. But this city installed a new lighting system on their bridge in the city. And it basically, think of it like the LED lights inside of your computer, right? If you have one of those fancy desktops that has the lights. It's a system where they can control what the lighting is. And then do like certain events and stuff, or make the lights dance. You've seen buildings that do it before. So this place set up this new thing. Well, these two guys that are from this area And the guy that gave the talk, this is interesting too. So one of the two guys that gave the talk, he freaking was in prison for a year because he was part of the Sony hack. Some of you may be too young to remember it, but there was a hack back in, let's combine these, let's buy another rock. There was a hack back in 2011 where Sony PlayStation went down, the PlayStation Network went down for 2 months because they got hacked to an oblivion. This dude was part of that hack and did a year in prison for it. He was set to do 15 years in prison and got out on good behavior. But yeah, dude went to prison. He's doing a talk on stage. He's like, yeah, you know, we saw these lights and we were like, we want to hack the lights, but I didn't want to do prison again, so we had to do it, you know, legally. And I'm like, what the frick? Dude went to damn prison for hacking stuff and he's back hacking stuff again. Like, you gotta have some major cojones, man, to just continue to hack things after going to prison for hacking things. But anyway, so they're talking and they're like, we want to hack the lights, right? We want to figure out how to hack the lights. So they're doing all this research on the lights, and what they're basically finding is all of the information about the lights, like the contract for them, which includes like how to set it up and all of this other stuff. All of this information they just willingly posted online, like the IP, like everything is sitting in a document online that you can find. Which is terrifying, for the record. Give me cacti clubs. Give me a spear, just to get another unique weapon in here. We're gonna have 6 unique weapons. We might as well make it happen and give me that for sure. Reroll. Don't really care. See, our range damage this cacti club is doing freaking jack diddly, but we don't really care, right? We don't really care. Give me this. Lightning shiv, the elemental damage is down, so we don't really care. Metal's fine. Keep it going. So they find all this information about the lighting system, and they're like, okay, we're in the clear. We know how to go about this, yada, yada, yada. Well, then they're doing more research. They end up finding that this particular lighting system, a lot of other buildings are using it throughout the entire world, right? And the default for this lighting system, because it's run over a local internet connection, all of these things, the default on them is to not have a password set on the website that controls it. So you basically, what they found out by scanning for this particular thing was that all of these buildings that were using this lighting system, they could just go into. There's no real illegal thing about it because it's open to the public. And they can make changes to them. And it was terrifying, honestly, because it was things like, apparently there's a building in the UK, and those of you in the UK will have to tell me whether or not this is true. But there's a building in the UK called like the OXO building, the OTXO building, something like that. I believe it's in London. And it has a big OXO on it or something, and the O and the X and the O light up. I'm waiting for somebody in Britain to clarify for me on this one. I can confirm there's at least one building there. Sick. That's all I needed. The OXO building. Is that accurate? It's along the Thames near London Eye. There you go. Okay. So this building, they like changed the lighting on it to be purple for the Queen's death, because purple was the Queen's favorite color, right? These dudes figure out kind of at the exact same time that they can change the colors on the thing to be whatever they want, like during the Queen's funeral and stuff. And they didn't do it, obviously, because not all security people are total assholes. But all of these buildings, man, like the statue of Michelangelo, the lighting that's around that, they could get in and touch. Like, all of these insane places. The largest bank in Spain, they could change the lights on. Like, all of this wacky stuff. They can just go in and they can they can make changes to. Give me the max HP here. I love the sword. We somehow ended up creating like a really good run here in terms of our weaponry. We're still missing the mark on other things, but it's going fine. So yeah, these dudes ended up the way that they finally ended up actually testing whether or not they could do anything. There's apparently a maritime law, because the bridge goes over water and boats go the bridge in their hometown in Illinois. The bridge goes over water, and there's a maritime law that says that you're allowed to turn off the lights on the bridge as long as there's a way to turn them back on after like 10 seconds or something, because it's a safety type thing. So what they did was they turned off the lights on the bridge for 10 seconds and then turned them back on. And that was kind of their way of like proof of, hey, this is something that is happening right now that anybody can do if they're smart enough. You should fix it, kind of thing. And they reached out to the company and they were like, hey, just so you know, all your lighting systems can be hacked. And the company just straight up didn't reply to them, which I think is even funnier in a lot of ways. It's just wild, dude. There's so much stupid stuff that you can do with security. And I am a fan. So anyway, it was a fun conference. There was a dude that hacks banks for a living. That sounds weird when I say it like that. He's a what we call penetration tester, which no, that's not horny in any way, I promise you. But he's a penetration tester, which means that he breaks into stuff to like he gets hired to break into stuff, more or less. So what happens is these banks hire him and they're like, hey, take some people from your team and do a penetration test of our physical bank branch, and we want you to see what you can take from us, kind of thing. So this year alone, this guy has broken into 20 banks. And he was telling some stories about some of them. Like the one, he basically just walked into the bank branch like with a full-blown Ethernet jack. Sat down, was like, hey, I'm a member, I bank with you guys and my internet went out in my house. Can I just do some work here? And they were like, sure, absolutely. Do you want some coffee too? And he was like, sure, sounds great. They like brought him coffee and he just plugged in the Ethernet jack, lined into the network, and then was doing all kinds of stuff on the network. Another one, he broke in and pretended to just be a contractor for the company, and he was like, hey, you know, so and so. He looked up who the branch manager was, picked a day when the branch manager was not going to be in the office, and went in and he was like, hey, you know, so and so, Bob Smith, you know, hired me to do a little work on the network in here. I just need access to the machines. And like he went behind the counter and started doing work on the machines and stealing all of their stuff. There was one where he was just walking in. He just walked right in. Nobody stopped him. He went right into the back door and then stole all their hard drives. Like there's such, it's so insane how some of this stuff just, you can just do whatever the frick you want and nobody stops you. Like we're talking banks. They're supposed to be secure. And this dude just traipses on in. And don't get me wrong, like he does a lot of work beforehand, right? Because you gotta study. Like he basically just sat in a car watching the bank for days, right? And he was like, you know, he knew exactly one of the guys that he was going to not impersonate, but explain that they told him to come, kind of thing. One of those guys, he noticed, always leaves at like the same time every second Monday. And he later found out the guy gets a haircut every second Monday, kind of thing. So he always leaves at the exact same time. So he would go into, when he eventually went in, he went in on one of those second Mondays so that guy was not there. And he could impersonate, you know, and explain that he told him to be there. So the dude puts in the work, like for sure. So it's not just all luck and all bad, but it's interesting to hear some of the stories. He said that he's almost been shot a couple times because like a security guard has caught him and asked him like, hey, I think you should leave, kind of thing. And he said the one time like he's plugging stuff in a room, and a security guard came in and was like, you know, you can't be here. And he replied and he was like, you're correct, I should not be here. And he just kept on plugging stuff in, and then the guy pulled out a gun. And he had to explain. He was like, "I'm a penetration tester with the company," kind of thing. But like, it's some wild stuff, man. It's some wild stuff. Is this something that I could do? So I mean, technically, yeah. I have the skills to do something like this. It is not something. It's not something I would do. So my job is more. They split security into multiple like teams, right? And the teams are colors, right? And you kind of have red team, blue team, purple team. And red team is offensive, right? So like this guy would be a red team kind of guy because he's actually performing the whole hacking thing, right? Whereas blue team is more defense, and you're trying to defend against people doing this kind of stuff. I tend to be more blue team. I'm more defense focused. But I have red team experience. And then purple team, as you could probably make an assumption based off of colors. Purple team is a combination of both. But have you heard the story of that one guy who SQL injected a speed camera by putting a piece of paper with code in front of his license plate and dropped the database? That's so good. What the frick? That's so good. I have not heard that, but that's freaking hilarious, dude. That's so good. Those of you that don't know what SQL injection is, am I really? No, you know what? I ain't explaining what the hell SQL injection is. I don't need the. That's starting to get a little too in the weeds. Some of you are probably, your eyes are glazing over in your back of your head with me talking about security in these videos. I'm not gonna go into that. You should try to crank your speed to get the unlock. I know, they're not giving me any speed upgrades, though. I'm struggling. You're saying you're blue, da-ba-dee-da-boo-da? Yeah, exactly. Da-ba-dee-da-boo-da. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Explain it now. I know what SQL is. I really want to know. This is fun. Security is really interesting. Okay, fine. I'll do it. Here's how SQL works. It's a database language, okay? So you have a database. You can think of it like a YouTube channel. I like to always bring things back to YouTube, right? So think of it like a YouTube channel, and you have a table in your database that is the Olexa channel, right? Then you're going to have entries in that database that are all of my subscribers, right? So each one of you that has clearly hit the subscribe button during the stream, you're going to be in the database, right? Listing all this stuff. And the code, you have to code the database, right? Using this language called SQL, SQL. What a SQL injection is basically in a location that goes to the database, right? You, instead of typing something in that is normal and like supposed to go into the database, so like for instance, say that your username, I'm gonna take one of you in chat, right? So Lemur G, my good friend Lemur G. Your username is normal, is Lemur G. The database is expecting your username to be alphanumeric letters and numbers that easily go into the database nice and happy, right? When you subscribe, your name gets added to the database. And there's code that will query the database and pull your name when you do stuff, right? So what happens with a SQL injection is, instead of having your username be something normal, instead your username is literal code, right? Literal code that maybe breaks something, right? Such as, like, what if your name was or equals, or how about your name is like promote Lemur G to admin, right? Say that's promote Lemur G to moderator, right? And the command to promote you to moderator in YouTube is promote username to moderator, right? So what happens is, you put into the chat, hello, your username gets logged into the database as promote lemurg to admin. If your code is not secure, all of a sudden you can create yourself as admin, right? And now you have performed a SQL injection. So what the person is saying is that the speed trap, where they capture your license plate, they put code as the license plate, and the license plate read it, and then it broke the database, which is extremely interesting. It's super duper cool. I love crap like that. I really do. That kind of stuff it's just such a, it's so unique, right? It's so unique. I would have never thought to do that. But that's security. I mean, security is just trying to break stuff. And red team is breaking the stuff and then going, hey, I broke this, fix it. Blue team is, hey, we notice you break the stuff, fix it. And then the DevOps people are the ones that actually end up fixing it and have more work to do. Which is why I'm not a DevOps person. That's crazy. I didn't know stuff like that could even read code. The thing is, like, it's not necessarily reading code, right? It's just reading the text that you input. It's the same like if you were to search a user on YouTube, like you put into the search box on YouTube, right? And you're searching for Olexa, obviously, because you want to see more videos on my channel and subscribe. So you type Olexa into the search box. Well, if YouTube had an issue with a SQL injection, instead of typing in Olexa into the search box, you could instead type in, semicolon, promote lemurg to admin on Olexa channel, hit enter, and when it does the query in the database, guess what? Like, it's gonna do it. Is that easy to defend against? Yeah, it's easy to defend against because you basically write into your code, hey, when somebody submits something, if there's a semicolon and it follows this kind of format, freaking trash it and send it to the moon, kind of thing. You don't want to let people be able to do that kind of stuff. It's called sanitizing your input. You want to make sure that anything that gets inputted into your website is secure, right? And you do that by the, like I said, the process is called sanitizing your input, and you just want to take precaution to make sure that anything people submit gets properly vetted and secured. There's interesting stuff in security, man. Very interesting stuff. What character is this? This is the Gladiator, who gets 15% attack speed for every unique weapon that we have. Starts with negative luck and negative attack speed. You can see that I've cranked both of those to an oblivion because I got 6 unique weapons. Yeah, you can kind of create regex-like filters. Yeah, that's part of it. There's also there's some other secure coding practices. I'm gonna be honest. I don't do much secure coding, so I'm not gonna dig too much into it. Dude, honestly, here's a really wacky play. I'm going to sell these scissors because I don't think we need them. I'm going to take the hatchet. It actually cranks our primitive up a little bit and increases our damage. To be fair, the scissors are less damage. I think that's actually probably for the better. This run, I'm going to tell you, it's good because we got strong weapons. Our defense is actually kind of bad on this one. And I would like to get a little bit more defense before the final boss, but this should be a win. OMG, SQL injections like in Hex? Yeah, Hex had a SQL injection thing in it, I'm pretty sure. Security's fun. I enjoy it a lot because the thing with security that ends up happening is it's kind of just a big puzzle in the end. Even to the point where at the conference, they had something called a CTF. It stands for Capture the Flag. And it's basically just like a little fun challenge type thing, where they give you some random questions and then you have to put in like a single answer into it, and then you get points depending on if you get the questions right. But you got like unlimited choices in them, so you can continue to do stuff. Well, this was what they call an OSINT CTF. OSINT stands for Open Source Intelligence, and it was a CTF of a bunch of information that is available to the public. Honestly, dude, send it. I think that's fine. Rest of this I don't care. Send it. And send it. And I am going to take the armor on the next wave. So OSINT can be things like, you know, your Facebook account that you don't, that you have is just open to the public, right? I can go in, I can learn your birthday, I can learn where you went to high school, I can learn all your relatives, all this stuff. It's basically like stalking, right? OSINT is kind of stalking. So what the OSINT CTF was they had 3 people who they got permission from to do this. And it was 3 people that they then asked us, hey, find information about them. And there were various questions. Like the one was, what is this guy's mother's maiden name? What day did this guy graduate from high school? Like some really obscure in the weeds questions. And then you just had to do basically really fancy Googling to find the answers to it. And the one thing that we ended up finding that was extremely useful in this was voter registration. Because voting registration in the US in certain states is actually public information. So you can just go and steal information for free without any issue whatsoever. And is not illegal at all. Not illegal at all to do it. Some wild stuff, man. Some really wild stuff. Okay, sure. No, that's bad. Don't take that. We can take this. I don't know, dude. Is this run good enough? I guess so, probably. Probably good enough. I'm okay with this. When you start a security job, are you allowed to make mistakes while you're learning? Seems very nerve-wracking. Absolutely. I make mistakes every single freaking day. You gotta keep in mind that, like, people are still human beings, and humans aren't perfect. So in any job, I mean, let's rephrase that. If you're a surgeon, you're not allowed to make mistakes every day. But you definitely, I'm gonna die. We don't have enough. We don't have enough. We don't have enough. We don't have enough HP. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. I need to pick up things and recover a little bit of health. We got this guy down so much, and then he started going sicko mode. I would like to get over there and kill him, but he is not necessarily feeling similarly here. Hold on, I will continue my conversation momentarily. Please. I'm just stuck. Okay, I got 84 health again. I'm gonna go try to kill him. He runs away like a little coward though, man. He's such a little baby. He's so close to dead. There we go. Oh, baby. Good stuff. Gladiator. Cranked him down. You get the spider. 12% damage plus 5 attack speed for every unique weapon you have. Dodge and harvesting goes down. Fun item. Fun item. Another character down. Dude, I mean, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're getting there. We're getting there. Pretty good. Pretty good. But yeah, you can make mistakes while you're learning for sure. Now, the problem is sometimes your mistakes have consequences. If you are attempting to break into a bank and then somebody shoots you, guess what? You got shot because you made a mistake. That sucks. But if you're behind a monitor, come on. You make a mistake, you make a mistake. We had somebody, actually, I can't say that. There's some things I can say. There's other things I'm not allowed to say. I'm not gonna say that one. Okay. Anyway, this was fun. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next Brotato video. Bye-bye.